Most people struggle with manifestation because they think that it's about forcing an outcome. But real manifestation isn't about effort. It's about returning to the emotional state you were always meant to live in. Think about it. When you were born, you existed in a state of love, joy, and trust. But over time, conditioning, fear, and self-doubt lowered your vibration due to the environment that you were brought up in. The secret to effortless manifestation is realizing what isn't truly you and stepping back into your natural energy. So let's get into this video. I want to begin by mentioning that your emotional set point creates your reality. So think about it. Every single thing that is in your life is a reflection of your dominant emotional state. Your emotional state acts like a magnetic frequency. So for example, if you live in stress, if you live in fear, if you live in scarcity, you're going to not only see more of this all around you and notice and pick up on this, but you're also going to attract even more of it into your life. The truth is, though, that you weren't actually meant to live in those emotions long term. Those emotions are learned. They're not natural. All of our emotions are very valid and very important, and they help to keep us safe and keep us alive. But these days, people are used to living in chronic states of all of these negative emotions. And we're not bouncing back into that joy, into that happiness, into those high frequencies that I spoke about yesterday, that actually keep us happy, joyful, positive, and attracting the most amazing things. Your true self, the self that was created by God, by the universe, by your creator, whoever you imagine that to be, they created you to be everything, to have everything. You are an incredible being. And your true self reflects that. And your true self actually exists in abundance, lives in peace and ease. That is the truth. That is the way your creator wanted you to be. And when you reconnect with that, manifestation becomes effortless for you. So let me just dive deeper into this, because the emotions that you were born to feel, these are your manifestation superpower. Look at babies. Okay, I have a little baby. They just radiate joy, curiosity, and trust, happiness. They don't second guess if they're worthy. They don't second guess, is my mama going to be upset if I do this? They don't second guess, am I going to get my next meal today? They don't second guess, is my mama coming to pick me up after nap? They just know instinctively that's what's going to happen. They don't second guess if they're worthy of all these things. They just are. You were designed to be exactly the same. We are the children of our creator. Okay, and that is our natural state of being. However, you may not feel like that because of everything that you see in the media and the way that life is portrayed, as though everything must be hard, everything must be a struggle. And without going too deeply down into a rabbit hole, this is totally false, and it doesn't have to be that way unless you decide for it to be that way. Manifestation feels hard, not because your desires are out of reach and it's never going to happen for you, but because you've been taught, you've been brought up in an environment, and I'm not just talking about your family, I'm talking about the deep conditioning that every single person receives from the moment they're born, due to many different external factors, the media, environmental factors, community around about you, people's limiting beliefs. You've been taught to live in low vibration emotions that aren't truly yours. So the fastest way to manifest is not about thinking positive. It's not about faking it till you make it. It's not just about forcing affirmations that don't actually feel aligned with A, where you are, B, where you're going. It's about unlearning what isn't you and then returning to the energy that you were born with. So that analogy of peeling back the layers of the onion until you finally get to the core, until you finally get to your true self. You probably, if you've ever gone on a more soul-aligned journey, like maybe for your career or maybe for your desires for your family, your health and wellness, spirituality, all of that, you probably encountered others who do not agree with you and strongly force another opinion onto you. Let me know in the comments if you agree with that, or give this video a thumbs up and let me know that you are resonating so far with this. Let me know in the comments if you feel like you're surrounded by, or you were surrounded by people who were pushing certain opinions onto you, so you never really truly felt free enough to be your true self and explore with curiosity the things that really interested you. And you never felt like you could actually say, wow, I'm so interested in this. And you would be nurtured to actually do more of that. Let me know in the comments. If that's you, I see you, I feel you, and I really hope that you are doing the things now, even on a smaller scale, that bring you joy. Remember that the emotions you feel are your superpower. So I don't want you to feel judged for feeling a certain way, but it's about understanding the reason you're feeling the certain way. You know, when you get those negative emotions, it's because you're leaning into the things that aren't serving you. So what I would love to do now is to share some strategies to help you return to this natural state and shift your vibrational frequency instantly. So this isn't about forcing positivity, because there is such a thing as toxic positivity. It's actually about authentically releasing all the resistance that you have to access and just be the way you were born to be. Tap into that natural state. So here are some tips for you. Firstly, let go of old stories. So start to just notice your self-talk inside your brain. Notice when, or even when you're speaking to others, notice when doubt, fear, or I'm not enough thinking takes over. Notice when that happens. And realize that that's not your truth. If you have always been made to feel that you are not enough since you were very, very young, maybe feel like you were a burden, maybe feel like you were there not to be celebrated and encouraged to go in your own lane, but instead you maybe felt like you had to be this perfect little individual who did everything right and was a good child, and if you didn't do that and you didn't conform to everything, then you were not worthy. And because you naturally maybe felt like you were somebody who's very in tune with your spirituality and aligned with very different mindsets and principles, and didn't want to just go along with, I accept this because everyone does this and everyone says this. If you believe that, if you bought into all of that, which it's not your fault. It's the way you were brainwashed and taught when you were young by everybody around about you. Okay, and all of these people would have been doing their very best for you. They were trying to think, right, how do I allow, maybe my student, my child, my whoever it may be, how do I help them to be most successful in life according to what they were taught, according to what they believed in? But these people quite often have their own emotional traumas to work through. They have their own life path that wasn't perfect for themselves, and what they're not meaning to do is pass on all of that to you, doing it often in the form of judgment, which makes you feel that you're not good enough because you can never do good enough. And the truth is that you are so good enough already. Even if you just walked out into the street, you managed to turn off all those voices telling you how you're not good enough, how you're never going to be successful, how you're never going to attract your dream partner, how blah, 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 you're never going to have the dream family, how all of these things are never going to happen for you. If you manage to switch off all of that and you just tapped into yourself, you were breathing, you were enjoying life, you were looking around to see the beauty in the world, you would start to resonate at a very high vibration where you would start connecting with other people who feel the same. You would experience life in a completely different way. And that is your natural state of being. If you haven't noticed already, it's about letting go of everything that you have been taught and learning to just be. There is no special hack to this. It's just training your mind time after time after time not to react, and instead just to be in your own space. Sometimes you will have to remove yourself from a certain space to feel that ease again, until you can calm down, until you can not allow these voices to impact you. But secondly, I've got here reconnect with joy daily. So as I mentioned, that you can always think of things and you can always take yourself into nature, but reconnect with things that you love to do. So play, move, laugh. This isn't a luxury. These are ways to raise your vibrational frequency. In some cultures, people meet together. I actually saw people doing this in a documentary. I can't remember the country. It was not in the UK. People literally meet to laugh. They get into the park surrounded by nature and they are laughing. It is just a great way to boost your endorphins, all the good happy hormones in your body, and to generate really powerful energy from within. Joy is just find something to laugh about. Have things up your sleeve that you can tap into in those times where you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed and think, oh, wasn't that the funniest ever? I was given a gift of a memory jar, and my daughter and I always add funny things into it, and we always talk about them anytime we need to shift our attention onto something positive. So be creative, do things that you love to do. On this channel, I'm creating content daily, Monday to Friday, and I'm creating the content from scratch, and I'm doing it creatively in a way that makes me excited because I love technology, I love design, I love beauty. So I do that in my own way, and it allows me to share my gifts with all of you, to raise the vibration within this platform for myself. It gives me a mission and a purpose outside of my family, and it allows me to share all of this with the world. How can you do that? How can you share your gifts and talents to give a positive impact for society? Because that's why we were created, to play a key role in forwarding society for its greatest good. Even if it's just silly things like next time you go shopping, pick up maybe like an eye mask or a facial or something. Just do something. Recently, I ordered some incense for the 7 chakras and I absolutely love it. It's just, they are beautiful. It's just doing something that lights you up, that realigns you. Even just listening to a podcast like this one, or listening to some music that uplifts you, just having something in the background, getting out, getting fresh air, just doing something that really makes you feel amazing. And finally, like I said, tuning into gratitude and trust. So trust is the basis for everything. Trust that you were born to receive everything you desire. Your desire is essentially the compass, and you just have to accept that. Don't say, oh no, I shouldn't want this because, or it's wrong of me to want this, or no, go for it. That's your blueprint. That's the end goal. So let's just take steps towards that, because the universe, God, your angels, they will guide you exactly where you need to go. That's what I truly believe. When you start doing things that you love and using your gifts and talents, you will see how everything changes very quickly. And tune into gratitude, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day, even if it's just at the end of the night and first thing in the morning, when you're waking up in the morning, you're thinking, I'm so grateful for your family, your friends, your health, all the technology that we have access to that we can use to change our lives. the amazing fresh air that we have, being able to go out and about and walk around the store without lining up in a queue and wearing a mask because someone said you have to. Being grateful often, if you shed light on scenarios where you weren't so happy and you see that resistance, well, how did you overcome it and how do you feel now? Gratitude and trust. Don't sit down and write 20 things because someone told you to. It's like about feeling how grateful you genuinely are to be here right now and why. Okay, so not in a forced way, but as a reminder that abundance was always your natural state. And I know that if you do these things, you're going to immediately feel uplifted. You're going to start resonating at higher vibrational frequencies, but it's not something you just do when you feel down. It's something that you can get to extremely incredible levels of joy, fulfillment, and eventually enlightenment when you keep focusing on this, when you make it your mission to feel as good as you possibly can. Manifestation isn't about chasing. It's about remembering who you truly are. And the more that you align with who you truly are, the more effortlessly your desires will flow to you. So I'd love you to ask yourself right now, and I want you to put this in the comments because I'd love to connect with you there. What emotions do I want to live in? What would my highest self feel daily? So thinking about joy, happiness, abundance. Well, you've got the potential to tap into that right now, so let's start. And then what would your highest self feel daily? Well, how would you feel every single day, in any single circumstance? Good and challenging. Your natural frequency is already so powerful, so it's time to return back to that. And I also want to share with you this ultimate free gift bundle that I have created to help you with your dream life and manifestation journey. It's called the Manifestation Bundle. It's my free gift to you. And it contains powerful tools that are going to help you to manifest abundance and confidence. So to step into your highest self for free, download the free bundle in the description below at mrsmanifestation.com/gift. Within it, you're going to find the perfect day planner. It's an audio guide planner that allows you to design your dream life and gives you inspiration and motivation to do that. There's a glow up visualization where it helps you every single morning to step into your self-worth and become and be the best person that you can be in that day, backing up all the work that you do in the perfect day planner. There's also an inner child healing meditation, which is going to help you to release any emotional blocks that you currently have that are stopping you from stepping into your very highest self. And also on mrsmanifestation.com, you can find more about the latest offers, freebies, and all the other amazing things that are there. And I just want to remind you that manifesting from your natural state is what you were born to do. So just remember that it's entirely your choice how you get there and how you spend your day. Let's focus on being the optimum being that we can be and focus on raising that vibration no matter what is happening in your life. Even if you just make one better choice today, even if you feel more happy about each challenge that comes your way, even if you just start to feel more capable, before you know it, things are going to change. And you're going to attract everything into your life that you ever dreamed of, like wildfire, like overnight. So thank you for listening today. I will see you in the next episode. Have an amazing day and be your true self. Don't forget to go down in the comments. Let me know what emotions you want to live in daily to be your highest self. And don't forget to go down into the description and download your amazing manifestation bundle. I'll see you in the next one.